Hi everybody, Heidi here, your yacht crafter. Trying to work out if we're on a slant or not. I don't think we are. How is everybody? I hope you're well. So lately I've been doing quite a bit of mixed media stuff, and well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm about to go live this week with a junk journal. No idea how that's going to turn out. So hopefully by the time you see this, it all went good. Let's hope. Right. So because I've been doing all that, I couldn't get my head back out of it. So there you go. That's how much it grabs you in. So I wanted to go back to basics. So I'm going to do a bit of blending. I am going to do silhouette stamping. And I absolutely love how it turned out. So I am using Strathmore Bristol Smooth. This is one of, well, it is for me the best for blending just on smooth card, not watercolour, because I like to blend on watercolour as well. But you'll see it how it works. It gives you more movement, I think. So that's what I'm working on today, because we're doing quite a big blend. Right. We are using, I've got everything piled outside of me. This is Sticks 2 masking sheets. And I'm going to have a moon. And I'm going to, this is going to lose a 1/4 of an inch on either side, which will be cut down with Master Layout 8 by Gina. So I'm going to come, I would preferably prefer it to be middle. That looks okay. And then I'm going to do I was going to do the moon smaller, but this card just took a total turn from where I thought it was going to go. So it is what it is. It ends up being what it is. I'm going to go there. Hopefully it's about right. I'm not fussed if it's not 100%. Right, so we're going to start we are going to put a line between, but for now we're going to start just doing a bit of blending. I am using possibly a bit of teal zeal, peacock feathers, salty ocean, chipped sapphire, faded jeans, broken china. It literally is just bits of it. But it gets the card moving. Dusty concord, seedless preserves, and pink raspberry. So I'm going to start off with teal zeal. I think I end up changing this anyway and just going with the peacock feathers, because it just seemed to take a long time to get round to it. Oh, no. Oh, saying that, I did end up putting different ink on this yesterday. Now that's a mark I didn't want in it. It's going to have to stay in it. I'm not cutting more paper now. I don't even know where that mark's come from. Doesn't matter. Right, we're doing what I normally say to do, which is to give the whole paper a coating, and you'll find your other inks move a lot easier then. So we're just going in nice and light. I tap off because I don't want to go in harshly, and we're not losing that much of the outside, so it could end up being a problem. So there will be a line going through there, so that's okay. Right. I have got my pot of brushes. This was the pot that Terry bought me in Florida, but I use it for me. These are my funky fossil brushes, so I use it for them. Loving it. So I'm using peacock feathers, and again I'm hardly touching the paper, and believe it or not, it does have a slight different colour. for this isn't where the car was going. For a start off, the car was going to be a landscape, so that were different. But it just didn't work when I'd done the moons and what have you. I wanted a biggish moon, but not this big. But I used a small moon, so it didn't work. Right, I'm going to bring in some of the colour. And we're not putting a lot. Where's my pink? I like having my brushes like this, so I can just pick in and out. Like I say, we're not doing a lot, so it's just going to be a swipe. And you just want some colour in the sky. We'll probably put some more in after. I'm going to take a bit of the... Actually, I think I used... This is Dusty Concord, but I don't think it made much difference. Yeah, so I ended up going in with the Seedless Preserves, which obviously does. Now I'm slightly turning my brush on the side because I don't want a full-on brush. We are going to lose a lot of that colour as well, so don't think that that's set. You'll find each time I'm going to come back in with this teal one and just keep rubbing it over. I'm coming in with Salty Ocean. This will just leave, because it's like a night, well it is a night time, this is going to give you some of your lighter sky, which I do think it needs. And it's what you're going to get around the moon anyway, is your lighter sky. See what I mean about losing a lot of your colour? But we put a bit back in before end anyway. Now I'm just going to put it around edges so we can keep blending with the others. It's not going to be like round edge. I've done it just to bring in the other colours. I knew I should have used hang on. When I did it last time, I had a bigger piece of paper because it really does put fingerprints on it. But I'm using my sticky tape and it'll stop it putting fingerprints on. At one point I was like this, which isn't a bad way of doing it actually. In fact, it's better. But not every time you do a card you can do it like that. It is funny. Right, then I'm going to come in with Broken China, which I thought were quite tealy coloured. Yeah. So we're going to bring some more of that in. You see how it blends through that other colour? Yes, Lexi is behind me. She's not as loud today, so I don't know what you're hearing. That gives a good base for what I'm going to do through the middle. Which is nothing really, we're just going to put a bit of scruff through the middle. So now I'm moving to Faded Jeans. Oops, I didn't want to use that brush. Faded Jeans. how it blends that on this paper. It looks like, actually, when you do it, it's like it's sitting on the page. I'll show you. Wait a minute. It's like it's sitting there. And then this is when I kept bringing the other one in. Just go over it lightly. And it's not sat anymore. It's gone. So yeah. It's a great card for layering up. I mean, there's some fantastic card out there. We've all got different ones. I've got loads of different ones that I like for different things, so I can't just use one. I have favourites, but I can't just use one because they work on different techniques, so it's a hard one. I tend to use the same one for bases now. I use the Super Smooth Pink Frog, and I use what's that one? Creative Craft. They're great for bases. Whereas before I was using my Nina Classic Crest, which cost me a mint to get here, and the others do just the same. But if I'm working on some die cuts and I'm using white, I like my Nina because it's white, even though it's not white. But I like it to match the base, if that makes sense. And the Pink Frog and the Creative Craft, they're not as white. So we just like what we like, don't we? But like I say, I use them all. I always try and remember to tell you which ones I've used as well. And if there's deals on, I'll let you know that there's deals on as well. Oh, I love a bargain. So this is Chipped Sapphire. Probably coming further than I wanted to actually. But you think when we've cut it down a little bit, it'll be okay. Now I'm going to come back in with that one. I'm going to push it out a bit. I am going to pick up a little bit more. Let's chuck a bit more around the edge. Now that's better. She's getting louder now. So that other piece of masking tape. Now this is my downfall. Don't want to measure it, can't be bothered to measure it. Just got to get it straight. Right, and you the one end work straight. Let's go there. And all we're going to do here is pick up the peacock. Stick that on top of there. It's not sticking because of ink. And I'm just going to come off. Now, when I did this, I says to Andy, is the middle bit alright? Does it look okay? He said, yeah. He says, the sky looks good there. I says, that's not the sky, Andy. I says, they're hills. I says, oh, I was going to, over the top of it, just stamp some little trees. And he says, no, it looks like sky. So, however you take this bit, for me, it was meant to be trees in the background. I clearly didn't get the idea across to him. So from there, I am going to take Memento Tuxedo Black. have used a stencil to do like mountains or trees and stuff, but this is so much easier. So many people do it like this, so it's just one of those, isn't it, that it's quicker. And it's not got the perfect lines and stuff, which is what I wanted. I didn't want any of it to look perfect, apart from what we're going to stamp. Right, I'm going to see how that looks. I'll take that. I just want to get rid of these black marks here. I'm sorry about Lexi. I know you guys say, oh, it's okay, it's our Lexi, but some people don't like it. And they tell me so. Right. Oops, that was my tummy. I've only just had my breakfast now. Unless it's just digesting. I'm going to move that because all that wasted, I could have done it on my mat and licked it up. Not licked it up, sucked it up. Not even sucked it up. Smooshed it up. What an idiot. Right, I'm just going to give it a quick blast around the edge. So I want to put some black on it. And this one, like I say, the ink sits through a bit, which gives you that movement. I'm literally doing my edges because it will lift the tape. Right, I'm just going to get some more of that seedless preserve. And again, I'm just going to whack a little bit of it through. That's better. Oh, Lexi dog. Yeah, that looks okay. I'm also going to take a bit of the peacock again and just pull it through the edge of the moon. There you go. I like it round edge there. Getting panicked then, I thought I'd done my things upside down. Silly Billy. My mountains, my trees, my sky, whatever we're going to call it. Right. Going in with a bit of black. And we are going to edge it. This is why I dried it, because I want this to sit. Now, once I've dried this, we're going to cut it. And I may, well, I would imagine I'll bring some more black in then. It's great having them two moons there. I did this last night. Purely, like I said, I didn't want to go to bed with junk journaling on my mind. It's kept me awake for so long. So I did play with this, and then I put some white splatters on for stars, and I dropped my brush. It didn't hit the picture, but a load of it went up in the air, splattered, and came down with really big drops on. I'll show you after. And it just, well, it didn't annoy me, but I just got that, oh, I can't be bothered feeling. So I chucked a load more massive splatters at it because, maybe it did bother me, I don't know then. I hadn't even worked hard on it. It was just taking my mind off what I was doing. Sometimes we need to have a break from the thing we're actually working on. I've learnt that a lot, actually. That work. Stop putting it upside down. Yeah. I'm alright with that for now. I'm still going to go in and push a bit back. Like I say, this paper allows you to push it back, so look how much of a difference it makes there, pushing it back out. And we're doing it with this colour, it just runs into it, if you know what I mean. It just suits it perfectly. There you go. I love that now. So what we're going to do now, I've already cut the outing, I've cut it in white and a blue base. So I'm just going to use the stitched Master Layout 8. So this works on a 7x5. So that's how much we're going to lose, look. And I think that's just perfect, actually. Now I'm thinking I need to stamp it first. Because if we miss the stamping, I'll stamp it first. Because if we miss the stamping, we can't cut it down anymore. Because we're using a red rubber. Let's have a look. So I'm going to put it there. Where's the stamp? Right. So I'm using, I've had this a while but never got it out. Stamp Addicts Gone Fishing. And how cute is that? We're going to use this one. So I've put the foam on the back of them all and cut them down, which is dead easy. I use Sticks to foam, and I got mine off Amazon. Take the back off. So I've cut it at the bottom, so the lip is just next to, can you see that? Just next to the end. You cut it down how you want, but that's how I cut mine. So my things are there facing up. I want it just off the edge. Now I can't see because yesterday I could put my head over. Make sure they're going to be middle at moon. Oh, be better if I took the moon off, wouldn't it? Yeah. Keep them. Put them on my wall in front. So before we do that, I need to add a, oh that's alright, it's holding it down for me. I want to add a bit of colour. We'll come in with some of this. I want some purple going through it. See, it looks like you've taken all the purple off, but you haven't. I don't know how well you can see it. And there I've put some more back in quite strong anyway. Same here. I'd like a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. And just pick up some more of that peacock. There you go. I like that. Look a bit more, I think. That's it. I want it, I don't want it smooth, you know what I mean? I want it patchy-ish, like it would be. That's okay. I can groove to that. Then we want a fan brush. So all we're going to do with this, get a piece of kitchen towel. We're going to get some clean water on it. Oh, it's a good job I went to clean that off. It still had white on it. This is the brush that I dropped yesterday with all the white on. Get me some clean water in there. Right. So I am going to just take off a tiny bit, and then I'm just going to go across the bottom. Now, there are companies that have stamps that do this. Probably shouldn't have done that. But I'm going to blend the black back in anyway. So that's just going to give you some kind of water ripple rather than using a stamp and... I don't know what I'd wet that for. Just showing you can do it with a brush. But there are some good ones out there. Give it a quick blast. Because we're going to stamp on it. I mean, you can go across it with some white on your brush. I'm trying to think who does the waves. Inkulicious do one. You know, just not waves. Like water ripples. There's another company, I can't think of who it is. Right. Now we're going to take this. So I want this bottom line to be near the bottom. Not forgetting we're going to cut it down a tiny bit. I want my boys in the moon. That looks okay there. Even if I'm off centre, it doesn't matter. They're walking where they're walking, aren't they? I knew it. I didn't put my... Oh no, I'm going to have to do it again. Silly Billy. I need that out because we're using red rubber. Which also means I need this out. Now we start again. Same thing. I want it down there. I want my boys in the middle. Or thereabouts. That'll do. Lexa. Now it is going to take a couple of times to stamp. Now I am going to each time just take that little bit off there. I might cut that bit off actually. Because I don't want that ink transferring to the top of my moon. Why have I got it all up there? Right, let's see where that sits. That's perfect. Oh no, I've just moved that. Please don't give me a double silhouette. Might get away with one more. I always find these need more stamping than once. Always. Any of the red rubber that I have. I reckon it's nearly there. I'm just gonna... So it seems a bit light there. I'm gonna wipe that. Oh gosh, that came off easy. Now, your archival ink may stamp better than this. I should have got it out actually, that would have been a test. Yeah, I'm interested to know that. I bet it would have done. I'm alright with that, that's fine. Gosh, it comes off there dead easy. Take that out. Because now we need to put these back in. You can actually see the moon through it. I may go in and colour them after because I've never seen it do that before. I'm going to use these out of the Inkylicious fishing boating. Just to give it a bit of something on the side. Now, don't forget I'm cutting it down 1/4 inch. She's driving me nuts. I don't want that one there, I want it there. I thought that was weird. That looks okay to me. There we go. That looks okay. Now I'll clean both of them because I want to move them, so I don't want to put them down with wet ink on. So I'm swapping sides because I literally just want the bulrushes, are they called? Which works perfect. That's all I need. And actually, you're not going to get much of it on by the time we've cut it down. Which I'm okay with that as well. Now, if you dried your ink off properly, these would take better, but obviously we're not standing here drying. And I wanted it to be a quick card as well. Right. Just chuck them there a minute, we can get rid of this. Shall clean that later. Look at the state of my hands. That's because that cloth's manky. Just gonna get off what I can before we start touching out else. Right, that'll do for now. Right, so now we're gonna, actually, I think, because that ink's still quite wet, look at that. I am going to naughtily just blend that in. Just a little. There we go. So we are going to do some more blending. I just want to blend that bit in before I put it through the machine. So now we're going to cut it down. And I think that's just perfect to cut there. So I'll put that through. Put my piece of scrap on top, as always. Look at that. That's the printing that's just come off from what I've just cut out. Because I put that on top. And I'll show you how much the blue dried yesterday, because that's the only print I got yesterday. But it just shows, doesn't it? And that now we'll have that ink dry. Yeah, 1/4 inch. Hey, that's a fair... Oh no, went off a bit centre there, but I'm going to say that's a fair good guess, that. So I'm literally just going to pick up the black again and give us a whole go around, I think. Yeah, it did lift quite a bit of the ink off because there was no black there, that was just blue. Like I say, I knew you weren't really going to see these, but they are there. So if anybody wants to look really closely at your work, they can see some that's there. I nearly put some here in between, but I thought, you know, it doesn't need it. It doesn't have to be chocker full all the time. Oh, Lexi. I wish you wouldn't lay behind me. I have no problem with the snoring, but I wish you wouldn't lay behind me. She has her favourite places in house. Clearly this is one of them. I think that looks okay. I'm happy with that. Now there is one more thing, and it's the splatters. Let's put these brushes away. Yeah, let's do the splatters. Let's risk it. In fact, I'm not going to use my brush. I'm going to use my Posca if I can find it. Hello, white Posca. Oh, yes. I said I'd never buy another one, but I did end up buying a silver. Did I? Yeah, silver, a gold, and a white. Now, I just wanted a twinkle in the sky, but I didn't get a twinkle. I got like a meteor thing. Where's my big scissors? Where are you? Don't know where my big ones are. I'll take these big ones. I don't like to whip with these. These are my good ones. Let's just make sure we're moving. I like it. Let's leave it at that for a minute. Now then, what I do think is it needs a couple just in the reflection. So if we, I mean, reflections don't have to be perfect, but these guys are walking away, so they're not going to have stars on them. So let's try just a little bit. You're not playing, are you? And I dare squish it out because it'll end up giving me a load. That'll do. I don't want as much as I've got on top. Lexi. Lexi. Oi. Lexi. Hello. Nope, she's not having any of it. How did I end up with splat? Oh, I didn't. It's just see-through bits. Right. I don't even think we need to. I will give it a quick, just in case. I may do a little bit of highlighting when I come off, but we'll see. Not sure it really needs it. Well, I'll have a look when I come off. Right, I'm going to put it on its base, which is a white base. I'm actually going to use my tape, because if the wet glue touches this, it is going to make a mess of it. Now, it took me ages to decide what background I wanted, you know, matte and layer. But I went for this because I wanted to use, this is pink for card. I wanted to use a dark card. We all do white background, you know, bases, so every now and then I think it's lovely to do a dark one, a different colour. Let's go with that. There you have it. Now, I've chose not to put a sentiment on. Don't know what I would want to put on. I could have put that little sign at the side here, what's in the set, saying gone fishing. I just wanted simplicity. I am aware that you can see the moon through it, but not a lot I can do. So here's the one that I did, prayer. Look at my stars. Don't forget I dropped my brush. I dropped it and I got some big ones up here. That one and them. And I just picked up my brush then and went like that. And it did it all over, even on them. So the idea is exactly the same. I've got different colours in it this time. Yeah, there were a big spot there and I tried to wipe it up. It weren't going to happen. And I used the Dr. Martens for this. But yeah, it is, the idea is still there. That one's a lot lighter, isn't it? But yeah, I'm okay with it. I love it. I really do. I'm happy with it. I'm not keeping that, by the way. But yeah, look. They stamp better. But I think maybe because I walked away and then came back and did it after. I'm very happy with it. So there you go. Oh, I've got white splatter all over there. That's why it weren't in card. It's it all over there. So I hope you like it. I think it's a lovely little card. It's a lovely stamp. And that's from Stamp Addicts. It's a bit wonky. See if I can... Oh, I'm not gonna... No, let's leave it. It should have gone a little bit, but it's all good. Right, guys. I'm going to go and do a bit more junk journaling ready for Sunday. I'll catch you soon. I love you. Bye.